Discord. So I don't know who else is joining us, but we'll go ahead and just keep talking. So basically that's what I wanted to talk about, was just how, pushing past excuses. And when people say, okay, I want this to supplement my income, or I want it to replace my income or anything like that, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do it. And I think all of us are guilty of kind of taking our foot off the gas and just kind of coasting when it's easy. And it's really all about like, okay, December is hard. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and be like, December sucks, so I'm just gonna wait till January? Like, then January is gonna suck. So it's really about pushing past the excuses and getting shit done. So like, I admit I was in a funk last week, I was feeling kind of burnt out. But like you said, after listening to Bonnie's call today and listened to a couple other things, I was super pumped. I went out, did all my follow-ups, did all my new messages. I was posting like crazy today, trying to get people re-engaged, and just sharing my story. So I know I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to share your journey and your story. Like, I'm doing a 3-day refresh, so you better bet I'm going to be sharing every single little thing that I do on the refresh, because just yesterday when I shared about it, someone ordered a challenge pack for me sharing about it. So are you doing any programs right now that you're going to be sharing about?
Well, I'm just like recommitting to 21 Day Fix, like in terms of like it's like my favorite one. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's kind of boring because it's like the main one I turn to, but like that's just the one that works the best for me. So I'm going to make a post about that, how like, sometimes you just have to like get back to what works, and like it doesn't have to be like some brand new fancy program or whatever. Like there's definitely like the hammer and the chisel is out, and I do want to try that, but like it's more important to me to like get back to the basics and just do like commit to one program the whole way through. So like through the new year, I'm going to commit to 21 Day Fix again.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, because when you show people like you're committed to a program and you're showing your progress throughout the program, that's when people start paying attention. So even just posting little milestones along the way, it really helps people see the value in the programs and what you're doing. And I think now more than ever is a great time for people to share about Shakeology, because it's an easy way for people to stay on track this time of year. It's so easy to give into all those temptations. Because I'm like, hey guys, I got this superfood. This isn't Shakeology, it's just water, but just as an example, like I have this superfood shake and it tastes like dessert. So instead of eating all those Christmas cookies like I wanted to, or cinnamon rolls this morning, I had my Shakeology. And now not only did I get 5 salads worth of fruits and vegetables, but I'm not craving those sweets anymore. So it's going to help me stay on track. So I think, committing to one time a day at least, doing like a hard in your face beach body post. And so I know a lot of people get scared about this and they're like, oh, I don't want to be salesy. You don't have to be salesy. You don't have to post like a picture of the 21 Day Fix program from the website, but do a hard post showing something that you're doing from Beachbody. Hey guys, I'm doing Shakeology, and people have to know that they can join you. So I also try not to give too much information in my post, because I want them to have to come to me. So I'll say like, I'm doing a program for 3 days and I can lose 3 to 5 pounds and 3 to 5 inches. Then they go, oh, what's that? The stuff like that, pushing just every day, something that you're doing to help you stay on track through the holidays. Put it in people's minds. How many invites a day is everyone doing right now? What's your goal for December? How many no's do you want to get in December?
I've been doing like 3 to 5. I've just been like, I don't think that like for December that's enough, but I have been inviting people to like my group that's like my free group. So I feel like, you know, and I'm gonna literally post about it every single day. Like you can still join, like this isn't like it's not too late, like, you know. So but I've been doing 3 to 5 invites every day.
Good. Yeah, 3 to 5's solid. I'm back on doing, I took like a week off of doing 10 a day, and I'm back to it. So my goal is 10 invites a day, and in the Diamond Push group I'm in, we're going for 100 no's. So basically, like, keep going until 100 people tell me no. And whatever I end at if I, you know, so let's say I get 100 no's and I'm still at FE3, then I'm going to have to go for 15 more no's. And so I should hit that in 10 days. I'll have 100 invites out in 10 days. And hopefully not all no's, but we'll see.
Right.
I'm supposed to be at SC3 right now, but my points haven't rolled over, so I'm kind of pissed about that. But by Thursday, I want to be SC6, so I have to get on the invite train. Becky, how many invites a day are you doing right now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It said it was muted for a while, but then it didn't. I'm here kind of a little bit ashamed. I have like fallen off the wagon, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I really feel like I am not doing my best at following the program, being consistent with it. So it's like really hard for me to reach out and invite when I feel like I'm really struggling with the consistency. I feel like a lot of it right now for me is mental. I feel like I just need to commit to do it. And then also like I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I'm an all or nothing kind of a person. Which sucks because I've kind of gone to the nothing. You know, if I haven't seen what I wanted, or if I haven't, also like, I've been waiting because I've been thinking, well, I really want to get this. I'm just kind of like over, like autumn. I'm not over autumn, but I'm like kind of over the 21-day fix workouts. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I'm really excited about this Masters Hammer and Chisel, and I feel like it would be really cool to do some like husband and wife kind of like that. I feel like this program is made for like, I think it's a really good one to get that like that. Hey, buddy. Sorry, my brain just shut down. He just walked in. So I feel like it's really good to get like that, you know, the husband and wife kind of involved. Like I have a few friends that I'm thinking about like, oh, this could really work for them. So that could be good for me. So I've kind of been thinking, okay, well, let me order that and let me then really hype that up. And I don't know. I'm really in my head a lot, and I am psyching myself out a lot. So I get the stuff up to write the invite, and then it's like I just psych myself out, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Like,
well, you know what? Like, I know I messaged you and I talked to you about this, but like just really quickly, but like you really need to listen to the bombshell call, because that was something that Bonnie addressed in her call that was really good. She's like, don't be weird, just be yourself. Like, just be yourself. Do a lead in, like make sure you're talking to them about something that's relevant in their life. And then you know what? Invite them. Like, just invite them. Just do it. Like, don't be weird. Just be you. And like, I don't know, listening to that call, I was like, dude, I am such a slacker right now. Like, she's insane. She's making $26,000, you know, a month. And she's only been doing Beachbody for 2 years, but like obviously she's like a crazy machine. She's been working really hard, but I thought like a lot of her points just really hit home. Like, you just need to be you. Like, stop being weird and just be you.
Yeah, I feel like, and that's what I told somebody. I was talking to somebody. I said that's what I'm struggling with. Like, I feel like I haven't found my voice in it. Like, looking at like the scripts and stuff like that, it's like real. It's great and it's helpful. But it's like, where is my voice in that? And so trying to do a better job. I'm really trying to reach out. I've had a lot of people that have reached out to me and and been interested, and I don't, that's another thing. I need to do follow-ups too. So I know I need to do invites. But then my question was, is that there's so much different, buddy, can you get out of
He's
there's,
so cute.
Thank you. Say hi. So there's I guess my question is are you guys like all about the cold invites, or are you guys like all about the making relationships, and do
I
you
think it comes down to your personality and what you have going on in your life. I know for me, I used to be all about the relationships and building and that kind of stuff. And I still do build relationships, but I do it after a cold invite, because what I found was like, honestly, I don't have time to spend days talking to someone. You know what I mean? So I basically, I'll do like Clarabelle said, like a little lead in, like, hey, that picture of your son was so cute. You know,
right?
Where was it taken, or whatever. Ask them a question about whatever you lead in about, and then I'll say, and I know this is kind of random, but and
Right.
do my invite, because you know I've had people tell me before, like they feel like when you are doing one of those like relationship building conversations, they're like, well, I kind of feel like I'm doing it falsely. Like I'm wanting to talk to them because I have an ulterior motive. And I'm like, okay, well then just get your invite out of the way then and just put it in there up front. And so that's why I started doing it. I don't want people to be like, oh, she only messaged me because of her group, you know? So I just,
yeah, that's how I felt about that. I was like, I just feel like it would be really like awkward for me personally, because I'm not a super outgoing, out there kind of a person. So I feel like it would be really awkward to like strike up some, like, I'm also not like a small talk kind of person. Like I don't do small talk very well. So like, I feel like I'm a kind of a straight to the point kind of person. So like the invite process for me would probably be more
versus the terror attack that the president has basically said is going to do.
but yeah. But yeah, no,
I
think that's
I'm really, I'm not scared of the no. I'm scared of the, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not scared of the no. I'm scared of the, like, I don't know, like, I am a people pleaser, so I'm scared of the, how dare you, or do you think I need to lose weight, or, I don't know.
and someone being,
And I need to get that out of my head.
yeah, that can be hard. And honestly, like, it might happen. That's why it's important when you word your invite that you put in there, like, not sure if you're interested or not, or if you know someone who is, you know, that's why I was kind of worried, because I don't want someone to be like, you think I'm fat, you know? And the thing is, I have like super skinny girls will message me and be like, I need to get healthy, you know? So
yeah,
it's not
my
like,
latest challenger is like,
oh, she's frozen.
You're frozen, Becky.
Oh no, she's frozen.
You might have to dial out and dial back in if you can hear us. Definitely frozen.
Anyways, so yeah, so Clarabelle, what do you think, how are you feeling this month right now?
Well, I mean, I definitely, like, some of the things that Bonnie talked about just really resonated with me. Like, I worked my ass off the last week of the month because I know I haven't been following up like I need to, or inviting as much or as consistently as I need to. So then I like hit whatever, SC5 or, in the past SC10 before these last 2 months. And then for like the first week of the next month, I'm so exhausted because I was just like messaging 20 people a day trying to like hit my number. So I just feel like after her call, I just felt a lot more like in it. And I was like talking to Rob about how, like I need to stop caring about what people like think about me using my page as my business. Like, it is my business. It's an awesome business. And if that offends you, like, delete me, like, whatever, And so, like, I think I just got into that into this like phase of my business where I didn't want to post too much about Beachbody or like too much about the opportunity or too much about what I'm doing, because I didn't want people to be annoyed about it.
Right.
And like Rob and I were talking about it, and he watches YouTube a lot, and like he watches like Christian Guzman, who's like a personal trainer and like a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, people would make fun of him for like running his business, and like now he's a millionaire, you know?
Right.
So Rob was like, yeah, like you don't need to worry about that. So I don't know, it was really positive reinforcement.
You have that in the back of your mind, like, oh, what if I'm annoying someone, or what if I offend someone, you know? But honestly, like, you just got to run your own race. And that was one thing I really wanted to talk about too, was like, you have to put on, and you hear all the time, you have to put on those blinders and you just run your race. Like, you don't freaking care if Sally Joe down the street is like, ew, you posted about Beachbody. Yeah, well, is Beachbody paying your bills? Is Beachbody helping your family? No. So you don't get a say in what I put on my Facebook page. And that's how I run my page, is I'm going to post about what I want to post about when I want to post about it. And, you know, obviously you want to do it in like a classy way, but at the same time, you want people to know when they scroll, and like, I'll do this test on myself all the time. I'll go to my own page and scroll through like the last 5 things that I posted. And from those 5 things, can you tell that I'm a Beachbody coach, that it's a business, and that you can join me in any aspect? And if you can't figure out those 3 things from my last post, then I'm failing in my posting. So, especially this time of year, it's so important to be consistent in your posting and post about the business opportunity, the accountability groups, what it's done for you, what it's done for people that you know, how people can join you. That kind of stuff is like so important. And if other people don't want to see it, they can block you, they can hide you, they can do whatever they want. It's not your problem. And I even tell people, I hear people all the time say like, oh, well, I posted this and so said this negative comment. Delete it. It's your Facebook. You delete that comment and you move forward as if it never happened, because no one else knows that someone said something negative. And like your teammates will pump you up. So if you post something and you're like, guys, I need some positive feedback on this, post it in the team page, and then we'll all go to your post and we'll like it and comment on it and make it look even 10 times more fabulous than it is. So, there's no point in, one of my favorite quotes, honestly, is, the lion does not lose sleep over the opinion of sheep.
Right.
Right? So be the lion and don't give 2 flying flips about the sheep. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Becky, going back to what you were saying before you got frozen. But yeah, I mean, work on your cold invite, and make it sound like you. It doesn't like, the scripts are a great starting point, but really you have to take it and make it your own for it to work.
Yeah.
And then I think once you're more comfortable with it, you'll be more willing to send it out to people. You won't feel as nervous about it.
So I ran a challenge group in November, and I just felt like I did not do a very good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of just discouraging. So I feel like maybe I don't know if I go, how do I go? Like, I'm kind of like, how do I go forward? Like, should I just maybe join somebody else's challenge group until I kind of have a few under my belt and feel more confident going on? Or do I try again? Like, that's kind of where I am. Like, what do I want to do next? Do I want to just like join with somebody else for a group, or do I want to try this again and just do it better this time?
Well, what I would suggest, I mean, obviously you're going to have to think about it like your own self, but like I added you into my recent one that's like my countdown to Christmas, so you can kind of see how I'm running it. And then Shannon like would always add you to any of her groups. So if you really are having challengers that really resonate with you and are really going to be focused on you, I truly suggest taking check-ins that me and Shannon have posted in our groups, and then using them in your personal group with like Becky's spin on it. You know what I mean? Right. And the other thing that I've learned from Shannon, which is really helpful for me, because you know, it's hard when you don't have a successful challenge group, is like, you can't take it personally. You can't do the work for people. And if people aren't in it and you're really, you know, checking in daily and trying to motivate them and they're not in it, then you know what? That their problem. Like, you cannot hold their hand. You cannot turn the player on. You cannot turn the DVD player on. You can't like say, like, come on guys, let's work out now. Like, they have to be wanting to do it. So if they don't do it, then that's unfortunate. They just wasted their money, literally.
I mean, we've all had dud groups. I have them every now and then, and it's not like Clarabelle said, it's nothing personal about you. It's not like, oh, I didn't do a good enough job. If you did your 100% best, and it wasn't like you didn't check in for a week and then came back and were like, hey guys, where are you? Like, if you were in the group every week doing stuff, and when people posted you were responding, then you were doing your job. And, you know, you can't take it personally. I've had groups that I'm just like, okay, we're going to end this. And if y'all want to keep going, let me know, and I'll put you in a different group. Because it's just like, I'm not going to beat my head against a wall trying to motivate people who don't want to do it. And that's not our job. You know, our job is not to pull people along. So if that's what's happening, then, you know, that's their problem. But then also what I always suggest is switch up what you're doing. If, you know, maybe try a point system or free gifts, or, you know, were you thinking of adding in something new maybe?
I went to the website and got a lot of ideas from their challenge group, and it sorry, repeat. Is there an echo?
No, not on our end, but okay. I can see that your signal.
But so it just felt very impersonal. So I think what I could benefit from being in your groups and seeing what you do and taking note of that, using more of that. But
and the scripts that I use, well, usually the ones that I use, are posted in our team page. So if you go to the files, you can see the scripts for the group as well, and just get some ideas. And honestly, at this point, like, I have so many in my head that I usually don't even use the script. I've started just kind of like making up random stuff every day. And some people like to do even like banners for the whole week and say like, okay, on Monday, Motivation Monday. On Tuesday, we're doing Tasty Tuesday. On Wednesday, you know. So there's 1,000 ways to run a challenge group, and there's no right or wrong. It's just, you know, change it up, do something different, do whatever you want. It's your group, and think about it this way: like, the people in the group, they've never been in another one, so it's not like they know the difference, you know. So it's not like they're going to be like, well, in Clarabelle's group, we did, you know. So make it your own. They don't know any different.
That's true.
So, yeah, I think that's good. I think Clarabelle was talking when we were going about how she resonated with Bonnie's call, where Bonnie was saying people at the end of the month will push really, really hard because they haven't hit Success Club, and then at the beginning of the month you're exhausted from pushing so hard. So I really want to start in our team page a Success Club by the 15th like group. So people who want to push real hard. And I posted today, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I am doing a prize this month for the first person to hit Success Club. So it's going to be a $25 gift card to Target. So whoever's the first one to hit Success Club this month. And I always aim to hit Success Club by the 10th. Like, that's my goal every month, is I want to be SC10 by the 10th. I don't always hit it that way. You know, sometimes I'm waiting till the 25th, 26th, 27th. But I really aim for SC10 by the 10th. So I think if we all get into the team page more and really start posting, like, every day once you've done your vitals, post in it. Say, I messaged this many people, I followed up with this many, and checked in on my challenge group, I read this book. You know, whatever you want to post about. But I think holding each other accountable, pushing for the beginning of the month, and then that way the rest of the month, you don't have to do as much work and you're not as stressed out. Especially this month. So
yeah, Bonnie just said so many like amazing things that were so true. Like, she just talked about how, like, you know, Beachbody says SC5 and SC10, but like, why are you in the world are you stopping when you've gained all that momentum? Like, you need to just keep going and going and going, and just like, so obviously her goals might be a little bit different than ours, but like for me, I really want to make this like my only business. Like, I enjoy working for MedSource. It's cool. Like, it's fine. It's not a bad gig. Like, I work from home in pajamas, no big deal. But like, it's not my whole, I don't feel like it's like my purpose in life to work for MedSource National. Like, so like, it's like, okay, well, if I'm not going to treat this like $1 million business, then I'm not going to get $1 million results. Like, and I'm not trying to be a millionaire, but like the point being like,
well,
you
and
need
your
to give
actions
it.
have to match your goals. So like Bonnie wanted to be a top 10 coach. Personally, I don't think I want to be a top 10 coach because I know I don't have that in me right now. Doesn't mean that can't change in a year or two. But, I have goals in the business, but is my effort matching those goals? And right now, if I'm dead serious and honest with myself, I'm going to say no. My efforts in this business are bare minimum, getting me to those minimum checkpoints that I need to hit each month. But if I really want to hit my goals, I need to double, triple, quadruple my efforts and what I'm doing. So, no more excuses on this end. I'm diving 110% in because I want to be 5-star by Summit next year. Like, no excuses. By Summit, I will be 5-star. And I want to be elite, so I have work I have to do. But your actions have to match your goals. If you want to be a top 10, you're going to have to do even way more than that. So, think about what's your goal. Is your goal to replace your full-time income? Is your goal to make, $2,000 a month or to be 10-star or whatever it is? Break that down into obtainable steps and then figure out how you're going to match each one of those steps. So, just in Team Cycle bonuses, you can figure out how much you need to produce to make a certain amount of money. And that's where you have to start. You cannot live on commission the rest of your life, but you can on Team Cycle bonuses. So start calculating that volume out and figure out what you need to get your volume up to in order for you to get the income that you want.
Yeah. She said so many things. Like, I actually have them all. Like, I was typing like while she was talking, and it was just like, so like, she is one fiery person, and like, it was just so amazing, some of the stuff that she was saying. Oh yeah, something that resonated with me because I love prizes was just like, top coaches don't wait for their coach to like offer them a prize to get shit done. Like, you get it done because like you want to get it done, and like, your coach doesn't need to be offering you a prize for that. I mean, if they are, that's great, but like, that shouldn't be your incentive to like do what you need to do. Like, you do what you need to do because like, that's what you need to do. So anyways, that was just really, I was like, yeah, girl, you're right about that.
Right. And like, yeah, we're all here to support each other and cheer each other on. But at the end of the day, like, as y'all's coach, I'm not here to be a cheerleader. I cheerlead my accountability people, but my job is to get you where you want to be. It's to move you to your goals. So I know sometimes like I'll post stuff in the team page and I'll be kind of like harsh, but that's my job, like, y'all need to know the realities. And so when you say I'm going all in, I want to see all in effort. I want to see you hitting Success Club, adding coaches, running your own groups, and then take what's working for you and post it in the team page so other people know. I'm not the only one who's allowed to post in the page. So if you have something that worked, post it. If you saw a motivational quote, post it. We can all work together and share ideas and strategies and move forward as a big team. And that's what I would really like to see, is our team cohesiveness, coming together more and doing more for each other. So yeah, that's basically what I had to say about that. So any other like big thing, like obstacles you guys are facing, or anything that I can help with I need to get out of my own head, Becky, what kind of personal development are you doing right
Uh, nothing.
Okay. So first and foremost, you just have to. And so I suggest starting with like national wake up calls and old bombshell calls, but then also like, you know, you got to work on your personal stuff. So like I can sit here and recommend to you all day business related PD. But if you are struggling with a specific area in your life, then you have to seek out PD that's going to help you in it. So I know like when I was transitioning from a coach to a leader, I sought out leadership material and how to be a better leader. If you're struggling with attraction marketing, how to get people to come to you, speak out that kind of information. If you're struggling, my daughter is having an all out fit down there. If you're struggling with confidence, then get a book that, you know, You Are a Badass or Girl Boss or any of those that just kind of light a fire underneath your butt and tell you, no, you are going to do this. So,
Yeah. I know that this is a little bit off topic, but on that same page, like about that post I posted, and like, I know like Becky and Shannon you can relate to this, but like I was feeling so much fear, like how Shannon was saying, like in your business, like whatever you're lacking or like whatever you're lacking personally, like go seek that in terms of personal development. Like I was feeling so much fear, and like I spent hours like reading every freaking scripture I could find about like just not having fear and like asking God for courage and being bold, and like it worked. Like 2 hours later, like it was 2 a.m, but like I finally went to bed like in peace. And like last night I went to bed super late again, but not because I was like consumed with fear, you know. Like, so I think like in our business it works that same way. Like we just have to look for whatever it is that like we're lacking, and then, you know, find something that really helps us conquer that.
yeah.
So I told a friend, I was talking to a friend recently, and I said, I think I've gotten to the point where I'm really struggling with what my why. Is it because I've lost weight and I am thinner than I was in high school and thinner than I was when my weight is different than it was when we got married, but I'm, you know, look back at pictures but yet I still like nitpick, you know, I still like look and I'm like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be, rather than being really grateful for where I am. And so,
Let's work through this a little bit though. Like I can probably help you with this. There's a great little question series you can go through.
Sorry.
You got so mad at that light.
My husband just turned it on. I'm like, ew. Sorry.
Okay. So what about Beachbody do you like, and what drew you to Beachbody? Why'd you sign up with Beachbody?
Because I had done Whole30, I'd done other things, and I felt like I couldn't continue that anymore. And I wanted something that combined nutrition and exercise. And so when she reached out to me, I had been on vacation. We had been doing all this stuff in the summer, and I had gained, you know, weight back that I had worked really hard to lose. And so when Claire Bell reached out, I was like, yes, done, in. And I definitely had results. I don't have a lot of weight loss, but I definitely had results, and I really, really liked that I just felt the balance of the food and the exercise. Like the balance for me is what I liked. Okay, that's what really drew me in.
That, like, what it's done for you is it's put balance into your life. It's made it so you're not doing any kind of diet or exercise that's too extreme for your family or your lifestyle. So then what do you want from this? What do you want from being a coach of Beachbody? If it gave you balance in your health and fitness, what do you want it to do for other people? Where do you see yourself going with it?
That's a good question. So I think I think the biggest thing is helping people find that, like helping people find that balance, find that they can have a hectic lifestyle with their kids and then they can still do it. Because that's the hardest thing, is that, you know, like when people see you losing weight and doing things, they're like, I just don't have time for it. And I want to say, yeah, well, you do. But it's like, how do you help that person that says, I don't have time for that? Like, how do you help them bridge that gap to realize that, no, you actually do have time for this? So that's my biggest goal, is helping those ladies that are like, I don't have time for this, or it's too hard, or I really don't want to eat like this the rest of my life, to realize that it's, you know, this is a change that you can make.
Okay. So you want to, so like helping people is definitely what we do as coaches, right? And so you definitely have a strategy of a direction of specifically how to help people. You want to help people get balanced and find a lifestyle that works for them. So what I would suggest for that is a lot of lifestyle posting. You have to start posting about your lifestyle and about, this was my schedule today, guys. I did you know, but I got my 30 minutes workout in. I ate my healthy food. You know, I don't feel deprived, that kind of stuff. But when we're talking about like your why, so helping other people isn't going to keep you working when time's hard, right? It's not going to keep you going when you keep getting a no. So what do you want Beachbody to do for you and your family? Where do you see this taking you? So you have balance with your health and fitness. Do you maybe need balance in other parts of your life?
I mean, so I'm struggling, because like we are struggling financially, and it's like, yeah, it would be great if this could be an income and a support for our family. But I'm struggling with, I'm going to be honest, like 100%. Am I willing to do the work for that? That's the questions I'm having to ask myself. Am I willing to put in the work?
Mm-hmm.
Because to really make this work for us, to make this actually provide, I mean, I'm not talking a huge income, but a supportive income. I know I have to put in a lot more work than I'm putting in now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I need to spend some alone time. I need to spend some time really kind of asking myself, are you willing to put in the work to do that? You can't just wish that. I can't just like want to make money and be like, oh, well, Beachbody is going to magically give me money. No, Beachbody isn't going to magically give me money. Like, I've got to work hard for it if that's what I want to do.
So when you have, so let's say you start making $1,000 a month from Beachbody. Okay. What is that money going to do for you and your family?
It's going to help with bills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. Debt.
Okay. So getting out of debt, covering your bills every month so you're not scrambling. I know that feeling. You know, who doesn't know that feeling, right? And so being, and probably even providing fun stuff for your family too, right?
Yeah.
So if you had that extra $1,000, maybe once all the bills are paid, you guys could go out to family dinner a few nights, or, you know, go for a weekend away to Jacksonville, or, you know, whatever. So that's your why. Okay. Money is not the why. It's your family and what you're providing for your family by making that money. Okay. So you have to visualize that $1,000 in your bank account. You have to visualize that debt going down. Okay. You have to visualize being able to pay every single bill and have plenty of money left over to go to the grocery store and put whatever the hell you want into the cart and not have to count up as you go. Okay. That's your why. What we do is the helping people, the helping them find balance. You are not going to be able to give that to people if you're not balanced in your life. If you're stressed out and you're not making ends meet and you're running around, people can sense that, right? So your why, when times are hard, when you're like, I don't want to invite one more person, think about that number in your head of how much debt you guys have. Think about that number in your head of the amount of money in your bank account and say, you know what? I don't freaking care if it's 10:30 on a Tuesday night. I'm going to get out 10 invites, and tomorrow I'm doing 20 follow-ups and 10 more invites. Do you think that's something that would motivate you? Having that, keeping that in your mind?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
I just have to, I have to keep that resolve. Like, that's the problem. I have to keep that resolve, the resolve starts to fade.
Yes.
So, it's the constant of trying to constantly keep that resolve, keeping it on the forefront.
Right.
Reminding myself. So that's probably the taking the 10 minutes a day, where that's going to be really helpful for me.
The national wake-up calls are great for that too. I always feel so much more refreshed after listening to them, because they always have the coach tell, their rags to riches story, basically. And it kind of lights that fire. It just gives you that little push that you need for the week.
Okay.
So definitely, diving into PD, diving into the national wake-up calls and bombshell calls, getting on these calls, and then even, reaching out to upline coaches, whether it's me or Clarabelle or whoever, and just saying like, hey, I'm feeling defeated right now. Give me some motivation. But I'll post in the team page the 3 questions you can run through over and over again until you get to a deep why. It was from a call that I listened to, and it was amazing. And it really does. It just makes you think about it in a whole new way. So I'll post that. But we are running out of time. I'm so glad we got to chat. And please, guys, if you need anything, reach out to me. But let's all push super hard in December, hit our goals and then some, and keep that why in your mind, right? Why we're all doing this and what our goals are. Anyone have anything else to add before we log off? We good? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much, and have a great night. I can't wait to chat soon. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.